So I happen to be one of the people that loves New Year's. I love setting new habits, new goals. I love like the idea of like a reset, even though it really isn't. I just like, I don't know, I'm one of those people who's very like goal driven. Anyways, let's get into it. I'm just going to share with you guys, you already know, but I'm going to share with you guys some ideas so you guys can use as your New Year's goals, because I really like hearing other people's and examples, and it always helps me to think of mine. So let's get into it. The first overall goal is to find more balance in your life between like work, school, relaxation, family, spending time with yourself, spending time with your friends, basically just finding more balance in all areas of your life. Okay, next is to have a solid routine. So this could be making a morning routine, a night routine, a like homework study routine. It could be basically any type of routine, but making yourself a solid routine that you always go back to that like keeps you on track for one of your goals. Okay, the next one is to prioritize your health in all areas. So that includes your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health, just prioritizing becoming the healthiest and best version of yourself. The next one is to cook more meals, maybe meal prep or something like that, so that you maybe eat a little bit more like balanced diet, so you have a happier, healthier body. The next one is to be more grateful, so making sure that you're not taking for granted all of the wonderful things you have around you and the people. To be more creative, this could be like looking at things from a more creative perspective, or doing more art projects at home, crafting more, like releasing your creative side. Maybe it's like keeping a coloring book like to do when you're stressed, or it could be anything, but just being a little bit more creative, because creativity is probably one of the coolest things ever. Like if you think about it, like creativity is so cool, so might as well use your creative muscle, especially if you have the time. Like the next one is one that I might have to use, which is stopping procrastinating. This can be for school, for work, for literally anything, or just like in general stopping procrastinating, but that one I will probably write down on my list. The next one is self-explanatory, but just save money for I guess after the pandemic, or save money for when you can do the things you can't do right now. So save money for when you can travel, like start a travel fund and save your money, or like if you aren't spending as much money on things that you normally would, because say like you aren't going to restaurants as much, like save that money so that you can use it to do something that you've always wanted to do, like buy a car that you wanted, or go on a trip. Basically save money for the things you can't do right now, or you don't have enough money to do right now, or just save it for the long-term future. That too. Save it for college. To become more eco-friendly, so that could be bringing your own grocery bags to the store, like producing less waste, or trying to buy less plastic, being more conscious of like the brands you're shopping from. A new career goal. So say, I don't know how many, I don't really know what age is watching this, I guess, but like if you are in a career and you have a new career goal, or that could even be like if you make YouTube videos and you have the goal for YouTube, basically just a goal, or even work towards, say if you're like a high schooler and or a middle schooler, whatever age you are, and you have a dream job, like just researching that job and working towards that job and talking to people who are in that job and in that profession and just learning about it, or like making a goal to like volunteer there or something. Be more confident. And this one I think is important, because I think we can all recognize that in some ways confidence is kind of the key to life. Like yes, you can't, like overly confident is like annoying, but like under confidence, like you need confidence to get places and to do things. So I think it's important for all of us to be confident, especially because I think this generation, or like us together, like the overall generation, is very like an unconfident generation. So I think just finding ways to make yourself feel more confident and figuring out what makes you like a more confident person so that you can actually achieve your goals is very important this year. So add that to your list if you need to. I probably need to as well. To learn a new language. This one you probably have to use like Duolingo or something to do at home, but it could be a fun thing to do, and then when you're out of quarantine you can speak a new language to have a more positive mindset, helping, I guess, kind of being more grateful, being grateful for the things around you, and facing everything with more of like a positive mindset, like I can do this, and not like this is hard, I'm gonna give up kind of thing, you know, and like looking at problems from like a positive perspective instead of a negative one. If you know what I mean. I think the next one is to become more organized. So either organized or clean. These are kind of combined, but be more organized with like your schedules and your papers, and keep a cleaner room, or like keep a cleaner space around you, I guess, and clean your documents out. Okay, the next one is to strengthen a relationship. So this could be with your parents, with a sibling, with a friend, with a boyfriend, a girlfriend, whoever it is. Strengthen a relationship, or with like your grandparents, just working to like, I guess strengthen, it's pretty self-explanatory. Be more timely. If you're always late, which I don't really know, I guess you can be late to a Zoom right now, but if you're late, like maybe try to be more timely this year, try to be on time. It's to be kinder to yourself. We all are human and we all deserve a break sometimes, and we need to be kinder to ourselves and stop beating ourselves up all the time. So be kinder to yourself. Ooh, the next one is to face a fear or insecurity. Obviously, you would have to like pick this out for yourself and like decide what's one of your fears or what's one of your insecurities that you would face. But make sure it's realistic. Like, don't face some crazy fear. Like, maybe it's like facing the fear of trying something new, or facing the fear of, I don't know, it could be anything. I mean, obviously within reason, but facing one of your fears or insecurities could be like a fun thing to expand your horizons. Ooh, the next one is to read more books. I always say I'm gonna do this one and then I never do it, but I highly recommend, especially if you have extra time, put that on your resolutions. The next one, if you haven't already stopped doing this, I'm telling you, this needs to go on your resolutions. Stop gossiping. Like, gossiping is just, it's self-explanatory. Like, it's not good. It doesn't make you look like a good person, and it doesn't make, like, yes, it doesn't make the other person you're talking about look like a good person, but it doesn't make you look like a good person. So 2021, get rid of gossiping completely. No more gossiping at all. Like, literally, gossiping is so, like, bad. The next one is to explore new hobbies. So, like, learn something new while we're in quarantine, do a new project, do something, like, learn a new hobby or figure out a new hobby that you like and you didn't know you liked. Like, maybe you like carving wood, or maybe you like graphic design, and just start a new hobby and start working on it. And this kind of ties into the next one, which is find or make a passion project. Do the one thing that you've always wanted to do, except maybe traveling, because we can't really travel right now. But get that job you always wanted, make that small business, make that YouTube channel, make that TikTok account, make that Pinterest account, make that project, decorate that room, buy that house. Like, do what you've always dreamed of doing. Because I think what we've really learned in 2020 is that, like, life goes by so fast, and before you know it, like, things change and things are gone, and we only have, like, the only thing we really have is like right now. And all you can do is use right now to go where you want to go and do the things you want to do. So do the one thing that you have been saying you're going to do. Write the book. If you have a book, write the book. Start the podcast. Literally do the artwork. Like, start the business. Like, make paintings. I don't know. Do the thing you've always said you're going to do. Because trust me, you will be so much happier that you actually did it. And yeah, just do it. Please do it. Please do it for me. Follow your passion. If you have the time, if you have the way to do it, do it. Figure out a way. The next one is to work out for the right reasons. So I've kind of mentioned a few health ones, but I think it's really, and I cannot stress this enough, important this year that we focus on treating our bodies right for the right reasons. Not because we want to be skinny, or because we want abs, or because we want a bigger butt or whatever, but because we want to feel happy and healthy and fulfilled and have a good mindset. Like, that's what we need to be working out for this year. That's what we need to be eating good for, but within balance. Like, you can still eat junk food. You just need to have a balance. That's all there is. That's literally, like, I guess my overarching theme here, but balance. Maybe just like working out for the right reasons, or treating your body right for the right reasons. It might be really hard, but working on like body positivity this year could be a really good thing to work on, because it's very, very important. The next one is to start journaling. This could be like using a bullet journal. This could be just journaling your day or following journal prompts. I know there's a lot of cool like TikTok accounts and other accounts like on Instagram that do like journaling prompts, so you could like start following one of those. Just like kind of keeping a journal of your life so you can look back on it. The next one is just to be kinder in general to people. Everyone's going through a tough time, so this could be specifically like doing acts of kindness, like paying for someone's drink, or it could be even just saying hi to people or giving people compliments, or literally anything. Like, just being nice to people and giving them a little bit of grace during this time is very important. The next one was one that I thought of, and I thought this might be kind of a cool New Year's resolution idea, but that is just to like support others more. So like specifically like on social media. So maybe instead of just like when you're on TikTok scrolling through and you're like, oh, that's kind of a cool video, or I really like what they said or whatever, instead of just like liking it, maybe like put in an effort to like comment on people and tell them like how much you liked it. Like, I know that social media can be portrayed as bad because sometimes there are like people who are mean on it and people who get bullied, and I'm sorry if you were ever a person who got bullied on social media, but I think social media also has the power to do a lot of good. So I think just harnessing that power, and instead of just scrolling by people's posts who you think are cool or interesting, or you're like, wow, that really made my day, like just commenting that on that person's post will literally make their day. So I think just spreading like more positivity around, because yeah, I just think that would be really cool if you made that your New Year's resolution. Maybe I'll make that mine, but just because think about it, like it takes you 5 seconds to write a comment, and think about when you get an Instagram comment. I always think about this, but think about when you get an Instagram comment, or like and people are really nice on it, or someone that you like kind of know and they were really nice, like then it makes you feel so good. So think about how those 5 seconds literally change someone's mood, change someone's day. So this is something, honestly, this is a really good resolution. Just saying. Be a little bit more spontaneous and do fun things, because I feel like there are ways to have fun during the pandemic. You just really have to find them. Just focus on, I guess this is more about like the little things, like playing a game with your family or doing fun little things. Either schedule those in if you're that kind of person, or just be a little more spontaneous and include some of those things in your life. Remove people and things who make you feel negative. This is very important, and I feel like a lot of us have already heard this idea of like a New Year's resolution, but I think just 2021 we need to focus on like being happy, being yourself, and anyone who's going to bring you down is like they're either jealous of you, or I guess, or they're having their own struggles pretty much. So you have to take everything, every negative thing that's said at you with a grain of salt. And also, if every time you like see these people, or you see this thing, or you see this person post on social media, you feel bad about yourself, like remove it. You don't need it. Like just get rid of it, because 2021 we're going to be the best positive versions of ourselves. The next one is one which I don't really know how you do during the pandemic, but that is just to volunteer more. So maybe you can find some online opportunities to volunteer more, or to contribute your services, or to do things for people that just really helps out the world. Again, kindness is what people need right now. Everyone's going through their own battles. I mean, all the time people are going through their own battles, but I think especially now. So volunteer more. The next one is to get a job. This could be an online job, so you're safe at home, or it could be a job in person if you're willing to do that. But this could just help you to save money, so that you don't have to take your parents' money, or that you can spend money on things that you want, like new clothing and all other stuff like that. That's a great idea if you have a lot of extra time. The next resolution is to get better grades. Say your grades have been kind of iffy during the pandemic. Maybe this year you can really focus on like improving your grades and working really hard to get them up again. I know that after a while you get like, it feels like you're under a pile of so much work, but just maybe committing to getting better grades this year, that could be a good New Year's resolution. And the next one is just to study more effectively, I guess create better study habits. Okay, so those are kind of overall goals that you could have, or even if you don't use any of the goal ideas that I have, I hope it like sparked your interest to some goal that you want to make, or something in your life that you want to work on.
I know what you can do, change the world, I know it's true. Oh, in your eyes.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video on Thursday. Okay, bye.
I know what you can do, change the world, I know it's true.